Yabba, dabba, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Do. Welcome back, everybody, to another classic Teacup for One movie marathon. My name is Matt, and I have 2 degrees, and we are back for a brand new series breaking down and talking about movies that all kind of have some kind of theme connected to them. This month's theme might be the most niche out of all the themes that we've ever done. And I won't lie, it's largely because there were a handful of movies that I wanted to watch and talk about with people and mostly just laugh over and meme about. And I recognize that they did have one thing in common. They had one thing in common. And it's that they were all based on TV shows from the 1960s, which is very niche. So we are today embarking on the Teacup for One retro television movie marathon, or should I say more specifically, based on a 1960s sitcom movie marathon. We're watching movies all this month that are modern adaptations of classic TV shows that in some capacity were on the air in the 1960s. Some of them were like early 60s, some of them were very tail end, like 1969, more of a 70s situation, but it doesn't matter because they're all in their own ways wonderful films, hilarious films, and we're going to talk about them today. And we are kicking today off with a cultural phenomenon, that being the Flintstones movies. That's correct. We're not just talking about the live action 1993 film starring John Goodman, Rosie O'Donnell, Rick Moranis, and Elizabeth Perkins, among others. We are also talking about its like widely slept on sequel / prequel, Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. There's so much to say about these movies. I can't wait to dive into them. And also the TV show as well. You know, Flintstones are a classic. As well, the cats don't know. Liza and Sabrina never watched the Flintstones. That's on me. It's kind of sad that they haven't watched the Flintstones. But my mom did. She watched them every Saturday morning, or should we say Catterday morning. Anyway, let's bring in our first guest. Look, everyone, it's Vince.
Hey, fam. It's good to be back.
Good to have you back. Yabba dabba do.
Or yabba dabba don't.
No, or yabba. That would have been such a good name for the game. That's not the name of the game. What's the name of the game? That's a Mamma Mia / ABBA song. Vince, so excited to have you. I'm so excited we're back and talking Flintstones. It's going to be
absolutely. It feels like it's been a million years since Oscar season. It's good to be here.
I know so much has happened in the film industry since then. All these like groundbreaking movies that I can't bring myself to watch have come out, like Obsession, which I want to see, but I will never watch Obsession.
Yeah.
Even if it's nominated for Oscars next year, like if people want to talk about it, I'll arrange it, but I'm not going to be there. Like I refuse to watch Obsession. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Look, I've heard a little bit of buzz about Obsession. It's on my list. I haven't gotten around to see it yet, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's the other one? Backrooms.
That's the other one.
Yeah, I've seen neither. I'm glad we're not talking about these today.
I know.
I'd be woefully unprepared.
And Backrooms disappoints me because I was so excited for that movie, but from what I hear, there's violence like outside of the capacity of what I can handle. So I don't know, but Backrooms, maybe I could be persuaded, but no, my deal breaker for Obsession, which this has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but my deal breaker with Obsession is that a cat gets hurt and I can't do it. I know, not just like bad things happen to a cat in that movie.
I hear you. That's why I put off watching John Wick for so long. People kept coming up to me saying, Vince, you would love John Wick. It's a nonstop action banger. But I heard very early on a dog was, mistreated, to put it lightly.
Yep.
And I put it off for a while. But you know what? It's good payoff. You know, it makes you really side with the character.
I get.
It sets up some fantastic payoff later in the film.
The thing with the cat, though, in Obsession, if it was just the cat being John Wicked, maybe I could do it. But like after the cat is John Wicked, the cat is sandwiched.
Oh, wow. With a little bit of mayonnaise? That's not good.
And then like unbeknowingly fed to its owner, which is why I will never watch the movie. And spoilers for anyone who wants. Sorry, I know I gave it away.
Yeah. Hey, people are tuning in for the Flintstones, and they're getting
talking about cats getting shot. It's great. Vince, you say things for a little bit. I'm going to find out where our other friends are.
Hey team, what's up? Everyone, leave a comment. What's the last movie you seen? I'm going to talk about a film I saw on Friday evening called the Last Testament of Anne Lee, which
I've not even heard of that movie.
you know what? It got a little bit of buzz this past Oscar season, but I don't think it really won anything. But it's interesting. It's described as a musical, and I suppose it is by definition a musical. But it's starring who's the blonde from Mean Girls, and
Oh, Amanda Seyfried.
yes, of course, and Mamma Mia, of course. And wasn't she also in Les Mis?
She was, and she was better than people gave her credit for.
Oh yeah, look, I have no problem with Amanda Seyfried. I think Florence Welch would have been more suitable for like the singing. I don't know if Florence is like noted actor in any way, but maybe it would be time to start. They should have cast her in the Last Testament of Anne Lee about Shakers and Quakers in 1700s England, then coming over to America and spreading the word of Jesus Christ with song and dance and full body convulsions.
Oh, so like Jesus Christ Superstar.
A little bit. Her followers believed her to be the second coming of Jesus Christ in female form.
Nice.
And I think the beginning of the film was very interesting, but it dragged on for a little too long. Longtime viewers of the show might be aware that I prefer a film of 90 minutes. And if you run any longer than 90 minutes, you better be a damn good film. And I don't know. I wish this one ran a little quicker. That's all I have to say about that.
I sympathize. Although, you know what? I think both of the movies that we're talking about today did run 90 minutes. One of them felt much longer than 90 minutes, even though it was not even, it was like 80 minutes. And it just
really
kept going.
Well,
yeah.
If it's the film I'm thinking of, I think I might be sending Teacup for One a $5 invoice because I kind of want my money back.
I thought it was
not worth the price of the rental.
I rented it too. Yeah. I rented it too.
We might be the only people who have rented it in the last maybe 10, 15 years.
And we're talking about Viva Rock Vegas for those who haven't figured it out. Not to jump ahead, but I guess kind of jumping ahead. Fun story about my personal anecdote with Viva Rock Vegas is that it is literally the first movie that I owned on DVD. When DVD players were brand new, and well, not brand new, like when they were brand new, they probably cost upwards of $1,000. But when they had just kind of become attainably affordable,
right,
that was like the big family purchase on Boxing Day, one holiday season. And so, yeah, we went out. My parents and I went to, it was probably a Future Shop. I miss Future Shop. And yeah, bought a DVD player, and it was like, okay, well, clearly something has to be watched on this, and DVDs were so expensive then. And so I got to pick two DVDs. One of them was The 10th Kingdom, which is a slept upon mini series that at some point we should watch for this because it is amazing. So it was The 10th Kingdom. And then the other one was Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. And what was funny was that the aspect ratio was all messed up because it might have been an incompatibility thing with the disc or with the DVD player or the TV.
That was a common thing at the time, though.
And it was all squished so that in the opening, when it was like universe shell, the earth was egg-shaped. And I just had to, yep.
You thought that was part of it then?
Oh, no, I knew it was. Like, I had seen Viva Rock Vegas in theaters. Like, I knew. I was a big fan. Okay. Then. And I still kind of, well, we'll get there, kind of am. But,
okay. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to having a discourse about it.
Yeah, but let's rewind. Let's talk about the Flintstones, like the source material. Yes. Vince, did you grow up like Martha watching the Flintstones, whether on Saturday mornings or just in any form or at any day or time in its cartoon form?
Yeah, I did, and I was surprised to find when I learned that kids these days do not watch the Flintstones, because I always viewed it as like a timeless, universal thing. You can just play it for every generation, very similar to Looney Tunes. And the Jetsons. Obviously, you can't talk about the Flintstones without talking about the Jetsons. I was familiar with them all. The original run of Scooby-Doo, they were doing reruns of it for like 50 years. I'm surprised they still don't, because but I don't know, like I don't enjoy the new animation. I don't enjoy, I think there are many departures, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me being an old guy. That's me wanting to force my nostalgia upon new generations. So
Well,
maybe I'm in the wrong here to foist old Flintstones upon young people, because like young people don't know who the honeymooners are. When we
I mean,
were
granted,
kids,
I'm older than you, and I don't really know who the
fair,
honeymoon.
fair. Okay. My parents are pretty old. I'll be honest. They they had me know who the honeymooners were, but Jackie Gleason for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah,
But
to the moon, Alice. To the moon.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad that one's kind of faded into history. The kids don't have to know about that. But when we were kids, we knew what the Simpsons were the biggest thing in the world at the time, and everyone knew the Simpsons were ripping off the Flintstones, and the Flintstones were
No
ripping
one
off the
knew
honeymooners.
that. What?
That was common discussion.
No, they're not.
Among in the circles I ran with as a child, as a
They're
youth
so distinctly
in the
different.
greater Toronto area. The
No.
early seasons are I shouldn't say ripping off, but they're heavily inspired by the Flintstones. They're taking the formula of the Flintstones and repurposing it for the audience of the day. To a bunch of success. But
Like, I've never equated the two until watching like the 93 movie. And there were certain moments where Wilma specifically felt very Marge coded, which I found it like that just not something that was never really on my radar. But yeah, like I think it's
Marge coded.
I'm very Marge coded.
Excellent use of the term.
Thank you. I agree. I think there's something so timeless about the Flintstones because like that show is old. That show is prehistoric for at least for us. Yeah. And to me, it was just like part of the classic television lineup as a child because I think it held up. And I think now it's just an access thing because we don't have Saturday morning cartoons anymore, literally, and there's just so much other content. And I don't think Flintstones are super easily accessible. And also, if they were, why would kids choose to watch that over literally anything else that they could just click on, which is sad. Like, I feel like something's kind of been lost. But do you have a favorite Flintstone episode or Flintstone animated film that you recall?
Oh, man. Any episode where the water buffalo tribe showed up, like where his sort of Freemason clan that he was a part of, I always thought that was really funny. As a kid, all the episodes kind of bleed together, but like I would just, if it was on, I would watch it and I'd be entertained. They kept reusing similar gags, and I ate it right up.
Yeah, like I have a distinct memory of loving one of the Christmas specials because there was a song about Dino that is still embedded in my memory. It was like Dino the dinosaur. That's all I recall, but it was lovely. And it was just, it was heartwarming and adorable. And I feel like it was sad in some capacity because it was a Christmas special. So you have to make something sad in a Christmas special. But also Flintstones meeting the Jetsons was just next level. Like that's the cartoon crossover. Did you see Flintstones meet the Jetsons?
I have no recollection of this, but I do remember the Christmas episode now that you mention it, where Fred has to become Santa.
Yes, that was it. He had to become Santa. Yes. But oh my gosh, I can't believe you did. Oh, Vince, you have to watch Flintstones meet the Jetsons after.
I do, because I was thinking about this. I was thinking to myself as I was watching this Flintstones film, if this film was made today, there would be an after credits scene where the camera pans up into the sky
and you see the Jetsons.
There they are, the Jetsons living above this prehistoric civilization.
And I remember when this movie came out thinking I want a live action Jetsons film. And
Hollywood doesn't have the courage for that.
I know. Well, my child brain thought there's no way we have the technology to do justice to a Jetsons movie, even though we absolutely could have like matte paintings, miniatures. It would just be CG now, but whatever. Oh, look, it's another friend. Woo!
Hey! Thank God you showed up. We've been riffing for so long.
Oh, Jeanette's been here for a while. I was waiting for the right moment to just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was running out of riff, Matt.
Oh no! Oh, you were. I was. I want to talk more about the Flintstones meeting the Jetsons. Jeanette, did you watch the Flintstones meet the Jetsons?
Yes, I've seen the Flintstones meet the Jetsons.
It was so good.
I have to say, I prefer the Jetsons Christmas special to the Flintstones Christmas special.
I don't even know that I've seen the Jetsons.
The Jetsons Christmas special gets real. I believe it's a a la, what am I saying? Christmas Carol.
Oh, Christmas Carol. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Nice. I know there's a Flintstones Christmas special, which is different from the one where Fred is Santa, where Bedrock is doing like a community theater production of Christmas Carol, and Fred is playing Scrooge, but then behind the scenes, everyone is mad at him for some reason.
Is that the one where Pebbles and Bam Bam are grown up and married or something?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not really a fan of when they do that with stuff. It's a little creepy because I don't know.
I always thought, like, I always appreciated just getting to see Pebbles and Bam Bam finally, getting together, because we all knew it was going to happen. But I was weirded out that the adults were the same age. Like the kids.
Well, there's that, but I always felt like Pebbles and Bam Bam were more like brother and sister, and that's why I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of like honestly, kind of like Stemba and Nala. To me, I was like, they seem like brother and sister more than like love interest. There's certain things when they make cartoon characters grow up, I'm like, it's creepy.
In the defense of the film, they are royalty. So
yeah. And they're also probably half siblings. That makes it better.
Oh,
yes, of course.
In line.
Because you can't be royalty without a little bit of incest.
Yeah.
Amen. There we go. All right. Let's talk about these movies. Woo!
Yes.
I'm so excited. I forgot how much I enjoyed the first movie and even the second movie. I do feel like I wasted the rental fee, but there are elements I like about the second one.
With you.
We'll start with the OG, with the original Flintstones film. Yeah, I always like to, as you know, open with tell us about your first experience with the movie, which I do want to do, but I am curious. Vince, you were probably too young to remember when this came out. Were you even born yet?
I was 1.
Never mind. You weren't. Okay. You Jeanette, do you remember the marketing sensation of this movie?
Yes. Very fondly and very much. Yes. 1994 was a fantastic year just in general for films. But I mean, I think I was becoming hyper aware of media at that point. Yeah. It was and just between this and The Lion King, the marketing in 94 was.
And like what I distinctly remember was that all the McDonald's turned into Rock Donalds to some capacity in real life.
Yes.
That's awesome.
The shirt there, for the longest time I had the white T-shirt that had the Rock Donalds image on it. Did you have that in the States? Did you have the T-shirt?
I'm sure they might have. I remember the inside of the store being dressed up and like that stuff just staying there for ages.
Yeah.
Like just kind of like, cardboard overlays on things. But the menu was themed for the longest time. And honestly, yeah, I didn't know that the McRib existed before this. I thought this was the genesis of the McRib. Like in my brain, this was when the McRib was born.
Whoa.
So that was, So to me, the Flintstones is directly tied into that. And McDonald's found a way to be tied into many, many things of this era, down to Animal Kingdom opening 4 years after this in 1998. I mean, like it was literally just like the DNA of some things.
It was, oh my gosh. I'm pulling up images right now of, let's see if I can do a screen share just because this is so nostalgic and wonderful.
Yeah. And I don't have them anymore. I'm sure they got lost in something, but we used to have the full set of the Flintstones glasses.
Yes.
Like the mug type glasses.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll just open this. Oh no, I don't want this. I want this.
Rock. That's awesome. You know what? Listen, this was before my time, but I was around to see how crazy Taco Bell went for Batman Forever. That was.
Oh yeah.
That was a very big promotional item for Taco Bell.
Burger King with Jurassic Park Lost World.
Mm-hmm.
That was there they are. We had all those. I also did have all of the Batman ones when they did whoever did the Batman mugs. Like that.
Did you have the toys? I remember these toys with the little building.
Yeah.
It was great. It was magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
94. What does that make me? 94, I would have been 7.
I probably would.
So perfect age for all of this.
It was incredible. Like what was really? Oh yeah.
Yeah, while we're talking about, oh, sorry, this chair wants to do what it wants to do, and I keep losing it. Um, the While we're on the subject of like marketing and what was kind of in the zeitgeist and the ephemera right at this time, with I feel so I don't know if anybody read the history of like how this movie was made, but it had been supposed to being made since '85, and stuff kept stopping it and stopping it and stopping it. And then lo and behold, Jurassic Park does really well, right?
Mhm.
Now, not that it did really well, it did just the opposite. But Super Mario Brothers movie also comes out the year before this, right?
Yeah.
And at least for kids, it is extremely influential. It may not have done well with critics, but God knows every single person I went to school with saw that movie. So
They got it
was
right
like,
eventually.
Yeah.
sure, but what I'm saying is, if you watch that movie, though, the amount of like prehistoric dinosaur down to the themes of that get on the floor, walk the dinosaur, like that song, like that was huge. That whole imagery and getting the B-52s in here, the B-52s were doing this kind of imagery in their stuff already. So I feel like that's one of the reasons that this movie even got made, is because this imagery, this whole like neon caveman thing was very in at this time, and they're like, let's get on that train, and they did it.
And they did it so well.
They did.
My goodness. Yeah. Do you remember seeing it in theaters, Jeanette?
Absolutely. I remember seeing it in theaters. I remember seeing it on like with my family, and then my mom and dad owned and ran a daycare at the time. And over the summer, there was like a movie program. So I remember going to see it like twice with like a big group of like kids who were like a little bit younger than me.
Nice. Oh, wow. Apparently it came out in May. My memory was such a summer movie. I guess it just kept going.
Well, that kind of kicks off the
Yeah, I think it said it ran till August.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think if I remember reading correctly.
Yeah, Vince, what are your memories of this movie?
Oh, VHS, nothing but repeat on VHS, and of course it was on TV, like at least once a month on whatever channel. But
yeah,
what a film! Nostalgia.
Yes.
And I have a lot to say about it because this was enjoyable as a kid, it was enjoyable as a teenager, and it was enjoyable as a 30-something-year-old guy.
Agree. So yeah, let's move into that. How did everyone feel it held up just in this rewatch? And I'm curious to know how long it had been since either of you had seen it. Because for me, I guess I'm going to start. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think I had seen this since VHS. Like potentially since the 90s, if not the early 2000s. Like it's been a long time. And I was shocked at how well it held up in so many capacities. Yeah. And if anything, I think it's better now, because there are just certain jokes that absolutely flew over my head. Like this one, like all the sacrifices we made for you, Wilma, oxen, goats, your brother Jerry. I'm like, that's hilarious. That is genius. And it made me so happy watching the movie through the lens of what movies are like now, and just recognizing that if this had been made now, so much would have been CGI'd, which we even kind of saw in the follow-up with how much CGI there was in that compared to the practical effects in this. And it's just, it's so well done. Like the visual scope of this movie, the production design. And I also think it's a perfectly cast movie. I do include Rosie O'Donnell in that because I will defend that woman till the day I die. And I think she is also incredible.
No, she's not
out here.
She's good in this role. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who is out here, first of all? Like, I personally have never understood any of the Rosie hate, but specifically in this role, who could say anything? Like, I cannot picture anybody else doing it.
Like,
just absolutely. I can't.
I went on to Reddit earlier today or yesterday just to see what people had to say about the movie. And so many comments were like, Rosie O'Donnell is the only thing dragging it down. It would be a perfect movie if it wasn't for her. I'm like, what do you mean? Because outside of the fact that like maybe there's that disconnect of she is clearly Rosie O'Donnell, but I think like her acting is legitimately good, but she also just suits Betty so well. And with her, and I even remember her talking, I think I remember her talking about this when she had her talk show, the Rosie O'Donnell show. Like she just went into this with such an embedded lifelong love of the cartoon series that it was just like there. She just knew what to do. I remember she interviewed Elizabeth Perkins once, who played Wilma, for another project like years later, and they were talking briefly about the Flintstones, and she said, "Oh yeah, I remember you watched literally every single episode and did so much research. I just put on the dress and did the giggle." It's like that's exactly it though, because like Rosie knew everything so well, and she just existed in the world of the Flintstones beautifully, and I love her.
I feel like Elizabeth Perkins, in hindsight, I think is the least known of any of these core four actors. If you bring up these names now, like to Joe Schmo on the street, right? I think we all know like where we've seen her before, right? Like, so for me, it would be Miracle on 34th Street, right? That's like what I identify her with. And that might even, was that this year? The same year that, or was that the year?
I think
that the year before, maybe, or the year after.
It was. Hold on. Oh, it was the same year. It was 94.
Same year. Okay, I thought so because yes. Okay, so but I don't know which came out first. But these are the two movies that I know her really well for, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like she's the kind of actress where anybody could do her roles, but when she does them, I'm really happy that she did. Where like I don't feel like anybody else should or could have played those other three. I feel like, yeah, sure, you probably, I forget who else I read was, they were trying to get Catherine O'Hara. And I would have taken a Catherine O'Hara Wilma, you best bet. Yeah. But, that right? Yeah. Can you imagine Catherine O'Hara and John Goodman? Oh my God. Oh my God, I weep.
Catherine O'Hara and Rick Moranis specifically, like that would have been.
Yeah. I feel like they've done stuff together before, though, obviously, right? Because they were like in the troupe and everything together. But like, but again, I feel like yes, somebody else could have played Mara Wilson's mom in The Miracle on 34th Street. But gosh, I'm glad Elizabeth Perkins did, right? Like, I'm glad that's who got that because she always knocks it out of the park.
Agreed. Oh, I love this cast so much. But how did everyone feel it held up? Or like, let's talk about the casting. Let's just dive into it. All the things that we love about this movie, including Rosie. I love Rosie. My God.
Oh, look, I think this movie's awesome in so many ways. I think the practical effects are, so they've aged so well. The CGI is limited, very limited in this film, and probably wildly expensive, for the time. I don't even want to get into that too much, but and I think the script is very good. What's very interesting? They took an old an old intellectual property and they put kind of shoehorned in this old Frank Capra script or something. This story about a working man bamboozled by the upper class, and all his friends are turned against him, and at the end he's got to save the day at the end of the film. And it's good. It's very it's a classic structure, but it's tried and true, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I feel like this held up really well in the manner, again, like Vince just said, that it's a story, like everybody's still watching It's a Wonderful Life. It is very much in that vein of like, it is an easy thing to transcend time. Plus you're setting it in a time period that nobody can identify with, and it's obviously camp anyway. So it's like, you have pretty free license. Whenever we get to the comparison of the two movies, whatever, but like, I like how down to earth and seriously, like every actor is giving a pretty straightforward, non-comical performance. They're being their character, but it's just funny, much like the Flintstones were a sitcom that just happened to be animated. Like, it was like, these things are happening. They just happen to be funny and it's cartoony. I think that, to go back to the casting also is what makes it hold up, because I don't know about you, but I find that pretty much any John Goodman role transcends time. Like, I can't think of a single John Goodman movie where I'm like, oh, this feels dated and I don't want to watch it anymore. Like, that doesn't happen. So I feel like John Goodman really carries things through time in that way.
Have you seen Kevin Smith's movie Red State?
No, that is one of the few movies of his that I have not watched.
Oh, John Goodman plays a sheriff in it, and he does a very good job.
Oh, good. Well, yeah. See, now it's an extra reason to see it.
John is good in everything.
Yeah. He's a good
Yeah.
man.
He is.
Lives up to the name.
He is. Well said. Well
Yes.
said. Yeah, I want to expand just on what you said for the plot, Vince, because I think that's one thing that stood out to me on this rewatch is I appreciated just how brilliant the plot is in its simplicity. Because I think this is something that I'm curious to dive into throughout this month is how successfully or unsuccessfully movies are able to just take an intellectual property from a TV show, which is like short form in its nature, and then expand it into a feature film. And I feel like this is just like a textbook perfect example of how to do that type of adaptation, because I think what the movie does so well in the casting and in the plot is that it understands that the heart of Flintstones is just like the four of them and the relationship between the four of them. Like the friendship between each character individually, but also the marital relationships. And the whole movie is kind of about breaking all of that and then rebuilding it, which is just so simple, but so beautiful. And like, I think the heart for me is very much just like John Goodman and Rick Moranis. I think they work so well together.
Yeah.
I'm not sure like if they had, I don't think they had worked together prior. I'm not even sure if they were friends after, but just they brought friendship in such a beautiful way to the screen for those two, which I absolutely adored. Like, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I wanted to throw this out there. Well, I really am. Once something is older than 10 years old, I'm fascinated by what else came out that year. And I'm not sure if it came out before it because this came out in May. But just interestingly, Dumb and Dumber came out this year as well. And so I feel like kind of this goofy buddy thing, again, was a trend, was a thing that was in and people were cool with it, right? And that kind of ebbs and flows in cinema, the whole goofy buddy thing in popularity. So I feel like that also aided in this getting made at this time in this way by who it got made by. You know, I think we can't really overlook the fact that Steven Spielberg is involved in this. It's like you really
Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg. Yeah. Like I feel like you can't ignore that because that always has something to do with it. It is like a key ingredient in the pot, right? It's not a little herb you throw in at the end. It's salt. Like it is kind of a core thing that makes something what it is.
Yeah. And I think you can feel the Spielberg in the movie, even though he didn't direct it. Like, I think his hand
touches everything he makes. Yeah.
Because like it is a goofy live action treatment of a cartoon world, but it's done with like the level of precision and care that is just very Spielberg. Like it feels like the Jurassic Park mentality was just turned into a cartoon and then threw up this movie. So there it is. Yeah, we've kind of already touched on them, but I want to give flowers to the core cast individually. So yeah, let's talk about John Goodman as Fred Flintstone, which is pitch perfect casting. I mean, I guess I'm biased in that this movie was my intro to John Goodman. So for me, he has always been Fred Flintstone and he will always be Fred Flintstone. But just as a kid, I think it was just so perfectly, here's the cartoon on screen and it is this man. And I think the heart that he brings to it is beautiful, as well as the comedy. And yeah, just all of it is just so good. But what did anyone have a favorite John Goodman moment in the movie as Fred?
Oh, the twinkle toes moments for sure. You know, him going up on those tippy toes and throwing that ball, that was about bowling ball. That was perfect. Absolutely. You know, that stands out to me. That's what pops into my mind first. But John Goodman does such a fantastic job. He absolutely melts into the character.
Yeah.
Or the character melts into him rather. But yeah, it really is something to see him go from like the Big Lebowski to, you know, this and two completely characters. He's an actor, obviously, and you know, he's a damn good one, and he lives up to the reputation. But more importantly, oh, sorry, Jeanette, do you want to go with your favorite moment?
Oh no, I mean, I really was just gonna say it's funny to me. You'd never know that he did not want to do this movie. Like,
I know.
Oh no, kidding.
That he fought back. He did not really want to do it. I mean, like he, of course, like you said, he's a good actor, so he showed up and he did it. You'd never guess. And the thing I think that needed to be translated from the cartoon that you can't even really tell in the cartoon by the features of the character, it's just done by voice, I guess, and animation, is um the look in his eyes when the moments when he's actually supposed to be bonding with Wilma. And like John Goodman has always had those really soulful eyes, but he really was just able to drive home a lot of that without a lot of sappiness, without a lot of love scenes and stuff, you know?
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
I think that's something that kind of stood out to me on this watch that went over my head as a kid, is how well he's balancing the Wilma love and the respect for that relationship while still putting in the Jackie Gleason honeymooners kind of misogynistic vibe that Fred has. But
Yes.
at the same time, he's able to flip it and make it endearing, where he's like, Wilma, I am the king, and you have every right to know, my queen. Is like,
well, and I'm sure they gave him that note about Jackie Gleason because, like, that's a key thing when they were making Fred Flintstone. They were like, we're going to base this around Jackie Gleason. So,
yeah. And I feel like it with so many other actors, I think Fred would feel so unlikable with so many of the scripted lines and things that he has to say, the way he like just yells Wilma and whatever, but like he just makes it so endearing. And I just felt like so much love in that relationship. He's so good.
And we see that in Viva Rock Vegas, how he can be a very unlikable character if the actor doesn't handle it properly.
Yeah.
But looking forward to getting into that. I want to bring attention to the size of John Goodman's arms, because he's a big guy, but good Christ, there's still definition there. You know,
right?
Every time he did one of these, this is like Jesus Christ. Because they're long too. They're literally looks like he could just like maul you. Like if they ever did live action Shrek, if he had been younger, like he does look like he could just open paw like you're down.
That's right. And this has to be one of the only roles where you get to see like a fat guy
in a tank top.
Well, I just mean a fat guy in like a wardrobe that complements his arms, because mostly they want to hide all that shit. It's Hollywood. You know, you got to hide the roles, but here you get to see this power on full display. And I'm like, good. This is good fat representation.
For a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, you know when Wonder Woman came out and everyone's like, I can see her thighs jiggle. This is amazing. And I, look at the God, this is great. And I'm like, that's how I feel. You accept.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to say people were mad. I'm like, oh God,
no. This is empowering for
Fred Goodman as Fred Flintstone, bold, so that Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman could do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. We owe so much to John and the costumes. But no, I agree. And the costume design in this movie is just next level. And I think all the costumes which you think would be unflattering, I think they work on every single person. Like I feel like all those costumes were tailored to everybody's bodies specifically just to look as good as possible, and they did. And it was love it.
I'd love to know if the person who did the costumes for this movie was involved in the Batman movie that came the following year. Or the one after that, even.
The internet will tell us.
The costumes look similar-ish to me in my eye.
Is it the Michelle Pfeiffer Batman? Is it Batman Returns?
No. That came out earlier than this. It would have been
Batman and Robin.
It would have been forever then.
Yeah.
Whatever the first of the Schumacher movies is.
Costume designer was Rosanna Norton. And what did she do? She did Tron.
No kidding.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she did Tron.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of, I got a little bit of that, but in a good way, specifically with Halle Berry's character. I felt like this was giving a lot of like Poison Ivy-esque-ness.
Well, she did not. But you know what she did do? She did other movies we're going to watch. She did the Brady Bunch movies. She did Brady Bunch and Brady sequel as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Casper.
Oh,
Why doesn't she have an Oscar?
With Hilary
And Xenon,
Duff?
Girl of the 21st Century.
with Hillary Duff. What are you
The
talking
Hilary
about,
Duff Casper?
No. Original
Oh, okay.
Casper. Not
That,
Casper.
hey, that was my Casper as a kid. Come
Oh,
on.
I thought you were getting Christina Ricci confused with Hillary Duff. I'm like, how in the world?
No, there's a
Ultimate
Hilary
Man
Duff
Casper.
Casper.
Casper
I
meets
think.
Wendy. It's a direct-to-video sequel of
Oh, the one where she's in the little red outfit. That's when she was like a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's a witch.
Okay, so I'm
Not yeah. Yeah, okay. Not Lizzie McGuire age Hillary Duff.
No,
Little Hillary Duff. Okay.
Yeah.
When Lizzie McGuire came out, my thought was, oh, they cast her because all the kids know of her as Wendy from the Casper Meets Wendy movie. Obviously. That's where my mind went. I
That's
realized
funny.
Not every kid.
I've closely followed her career since I was a kid. You know, big fan of Hillary Duff.
Yeah,
That's good.
Comeback tour, baby. Come on.
She is. She's on a comeback. After Disney canceled her recreate. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, Rick Moranis. Oh my God. Rick. This is
Yes.
This has to be his most out there role, I feel, compared to what he typically did back in the day. He was so perfectly typecast in one type of role, like very Seymour, very like whatever, like nerd with glasses who we love. And then I don't know how it happened that he ended up playing Barney Rubble, but I adore it. I adore absolutely everything about it. He's so weirdly perfect, and it doesn't even feel like Rick Moranis. I adore him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I will say when we get to the comparison portion, that I think we will talk about the Barney Rubble role a lot, because Rick Moranis is again, like I cannot see anyone else doing this. I can't think of anyone that was like a known actor at the time that I would have put into this role.
What about Paulie from Rocky?
I don't know who that is.
Not
a Rocky person.
Fair enough.
I don't know if he looks like Barney Rubble, maybe, but
it would be a very sleazy Barney Rubble. That's all.
Yeah. See, I don't.
Not the sweetheart that Rick Moranis makes him.
They offered it to Danny DeVito first.
No.
And and so Danny DeVito actually told them, he said, I am too, what do you say, like harsh or gruff, gruff, like I'm too not nice to be Barney Rubble. And so that's probably for the best. You got to figure he was coming out of all those Arnold Schwarzenegger comedies. I think that's how they were seeing him. And they're like, throw a blonde wig on him, give him a clean shave. He'll be fine.
Kind of see it. I can kind of see the logic. If I'm thinking of the cartoon, I get it.
I would love to see Danny DeVito do it, but in the style of his character from Always Sunny. Just
right. And so like that's where a lot of people's brains would go nowadays. A lot of people's brains would go to that. Yeah. And I think it's funny that they were associating him with like maybe the Schwarzenegger comedies, because before that he played kind of a butthead on Taxi, like he so I'm really glad he didn't get it, and because of that I can't see anybody else in the role. Rick Moranis always has a kindness to him and a naivety. All of his characters have it. And I am wildly obsessed with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So, I always will see him. That again, like we go back to what is the first role you think of somebody in when you think of them, and mine is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So that's for him. That's where I go.
Actually, I think he was probably the only actor I knew of going into this movie as a kid, because I also I knew and loved the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movies, and so he's the one out of the four of them that I was able to appreciate for how different he was from everything else I had seen him in. And and I think part of the reason it works is just because he's such a good balance to John Goodman, and such a good balance to Fred in general. Like the genuineness and like the open-heartedness that Rick brings to everything just works so well with Barney, specifically Barney as he's written in this, since the whole thing kind of hinges on him trying to be like a selfless best friend, and then it just blows up in his face. And I also love when he's selling snow cones. just like very bitter Barney as Rick Moran. Like
the costume design in that scene specifically, that little outfit he has is great.
and I loved when he's tied up and someone's like, I took a snow cone. I can't break a 20. And then
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. The little, again, like they're all playing it very straight. I never feel like are any of them doing comedic acting. They're not, nobody's Jim carrying it. Again, we'll get to that in the second one with the really forcing it situation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. You know what I also loved about this was very true to the source material were all the comedic asides that the animals had, that the dinosaur appliances would have.
Which is what you get with a Henson Creature Shop production. Absolutely. Anything they were in, they're like, these things are in the movie. You must use them as actors. We are here. Like, people are going to make it worth their time because they're paying a lot of freaking money for those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I just love how, like, I'm pretty sure the animatronics, like you said, Vince, like, I think they had moments where they were almost like The Office, looking into the camera and just being like,
Yeah. Actually, on that point, I'm so glad you said that because I totally would have forgot about this. I don't know if you know, like, if you notice when you watch Flintstones, right? Occasionally something will happen and they would look at the camera and giggle or wink or do, right? There is a part in the movie when Kyle MacLachlan
when he
closes a door and looks at the camera and goes, or like something like that. And I'm like, I never noticed it. That was when we talk about what did you notice on this rewatch? I think that was the big. I was like, I never ever noticed that before.
Actually, no, I probably didn't either. Yeah,
that's what I like about this film. The more every time you watch it, you notice something different, and that's the sign of a good film. I think.
And I think also by merit of watching it for me this time in high definition and not on VHS, there were so many visual things specifically in the background that I noticed that I never picked up on before. Like, well, I guess this isn't in the background, but one that came to mind is Kyle MacLachlan's character again. He's reading the paper, and then there's a chiseling of a girl like sprawled out on a Flintstone style car because it's supposed to be like reading a Maxim or something.
Yeah.
But everything of the fact that it's chiseled and it's an illustration and that she's
she
on
can chisel 18 words a minute.
I think when you can world build with your comedy, that's a Spielbergian thing too. It's something like that. And one thing too with the special effects and all of that, I don't know why I do this, but anything that's like not a super late 90s movie that would be more like an early 2000s time period, I judge it CGI against Spawn, because Spawn has bad CGI for where it fell in time. It should have had much better CGI than it did. And so that always stands out to me. This had, in my opinion, and especially again in comparison with the second film, remarkably good CGI for the bits of CGI they used in this first film. Because in this film they did use ILM CGI, and so I wouldn't say it's seamless, but it's definitely like way, in my opinion, way better than I would expect for a 1994 film. Especially when it needs to be a cartoon character in a real life setting. Like that's weird at the time. Not many people were doing that.
Like the Dino CGI really impressed me. Just because because it was CGI that had to imitate a puppet essentially.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Like CGI that had to look like a cartoon that looked real.
It had to
in
look
the real world.
In a real way. It had to look realistically fake.
And so I really appreciated that, just because it's like, you could have gone fully practical, but they did take that little like adventurous. So again, Lion King came out this year, and I don't know if you remember the marketing for that, but the wildebeest scene, they wanted you to look at that 30,000 times on Disney Channel and tell you like, this is CGI. This is so exciting. And it's like, yeah, I know it is exciting, but this looked really good for the time, I feel.
And I think they Jurassic Parked it as well. Like the idea of just switching up between an animatronic and CGI. So the brain doesn't get too comfortable and like.
Your brain fills in the blanks on the.
Moving down the list. Well, we've kind of already talked about Elizabeth Perkins and Rosie O'Donnell, but just to give them some love. Is there anything about their performances that really stood out to you on this rewatch?
I thought again, I'll identify Rosie O'Donnell. Other than her TV show, Harriet the Spy was where I knew her
Oh
from,
yeah.
and so I thought that she really carries in all of her movie roles. She carries that real life love of children she has,
Mhm.
and probably the reason that I felt she was extremely right for this role because I mean, an adoptive mother,
Mhm.
so like, just they couldn't have gone a better direction than her.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think my favorite moment of hers is when she's reading the story, like to Bam Bam, then he kisses her on the cheek, and then she's like, "They lived happily ever after."
And
It's
she
just,
does do the giggle perfect.
oh, the
Like
giggle is,
she does do it.
yeah. And I think what stood out to me on this was appreciating just how well she works opposite Rick Moranis as well.
Mhm.
Like they just are so believable, not just as a couple, but like as that couple. Because I think
Yeah.
it would be so easy to just cast this movie for the individuals and how well they suit the character, but the key is making sure all those relationships work and not just the people in isolation, which again I think we see in the second movie. I think some of the
Yeah.
casting in the second movie is great individually, but
Yeah.
you put them
It
up against,
feels weird to say that you need to pay attention to chemistry so much in what's essentially a children's movie.
yeah.
Kind of like, I mean, it's not, it's for everybody, but like to say that is crazy. But they did it. Also, on the point that it's a children's film, I don't,
Halle
not
Berry.
even, not, well, Halle Berry, not even 5 minutes in, we've got, not that, again, I don't want to say scantily clad means it's not for children. That's not true. Whatever. It's just a body. But the sexual innuendo, um, smoking, drinking alcohol. One thing I didn't appreciate was a relied on trope at the time is just the assumption that when men go to work, it's okay for them to flirt and look at other women. Like it was like an assumed thing. And I know she walks in and she's on the desk, and I'm like, and then it's treated like it's even a question. I'm like, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like this whole like that's just a thing that people do at work. Like no, like I will say that. But again, in a children's film, problem again, and I mean, maybe we kind of see it a little bit in the 2000 movie, a little bit of a damping down of those things. So I did find that's kind of stood out on this rewatch. Like the farther away I get from when it came out, I'm like, oh, geez, it's just martini glasses everywhere and cigarettes and yeah.
I kind of, I don't want to say this in a way that paints me as a bad person. I kind of had the opposite reaction whereby I went in expecting it to not have aged well, and it definitely didn't, but there were elements of that whole dynamic with Hallie's character specifically, and as well as Kyle MacLachlan's, where there were elements of it that I appreciated were handled in some ways as well as they were, like specifically her relationship with Fred. I felt there was just so much respect embedded into that on both parts. Like I really loved the moment when he said, I don't know what Wilma sees in me, and she's like, I do. Like this is really nice. Like I think
I appreciated that.
Like her character could have been written so differently and acted so differently, but there was so much integrity in her that was just such an interesting antagonist that
And I know that she had to do, like her job was to get him to like basically to distract him.
Yeah.
But it was more just that was already a relied on trope that bothers me, not so much in this movie. And to be clear, I like that all those things are in there. I wish that more kind of mid-ground family films involved a little bit more just everyday stuff, like stuff that people actually see in the world. So
yeah. And to that point, one thing that stood out that I really liked on this rewatch was realizing that they opened the movie, which is fascinating. Like, it's the Flintstone movie, and they make you wait to actually see the Flintstones. I think the world building in the opening sequence is so brilliant because it just eases you into it, and it's not super cartoony right off the top. It's like for people like doing hard manual labor, like you guys had a break 2 days ago, and so which again a hilarious and brilliant line, and then getting to see like the two very mustache twirling schemy villains overlooking everything. It was so campy and so perfect, and like the fact that she smokes a dollar sign. is brilliant. And
Yes, again, something you would see in the cartoon.
yeah.
So it's great. And I again, the casting of Kyle MacLachlan, I do feel like maybe Halle Berry's could have been done by a few different people, but I do feel like Kyle MacLachlan, thinking about who was a big actor at the time, really fabulous choice.
It's such a Kyle role. Such a perfectly.
I
I was
know what I
for years that he was also the boyfriend in the second movie, but it's not. It's like Walmart comic.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed about the character is he's a very common tropey villain for the 90s. You know, you see this character, you see Rob Lowe in Wayne's World, or I don't know, I guess the guy from Viva Rock Vegas, but there's you see this slimy character. The rest aren't coming to mind, but you consistently see this slimy cute character.
Yeah.
Or even the guy from Happy Gilmore. He's very much the slimy rich element who's the villain.
Yeah.
The very tropey villain, which you see less of today. I've been watching Succession recently. I'm like, oh, now the slimy villainous characters are all the main characters.
It's just the whole cast.
We get to pick one.
Who is the worst of the worst?
It's tough to say. It's a race to the bottom these days, isn't it?
Yeah. I just want clear-cut villains who drink martinis and smoke dollar signs. Is that too much to ask? And yeah, I like how you pointed out, Jeanette, that is something that would happen in the cartoon, because I think there are so many moments of that again, I appreciated more on this rewatch. Not just that they existed, but the level of technicality that had to go into making it happen, like having to frame the shot so that it moved over with just enough space to anticipate how much space they would need to put in the dollar sign, or like the thought bubbles and everything. Like it's so well made in a way that you don't really pay attention to because of how seamless it is, but it feels like watching a cartoon. I love it. And you know who else I love? Elizabeth Taylor. Can we acknowledge that Elizabeth Taylor's
oh god, yeah. Oh my gosh, I love every time I watch it. I'm always like, oh yeah, Elizabeth Taylor's in it.
It's incredible, and I think it's even better now since I know who Elizabeth Taylor is, because again, this was my first intro to Elizabeth Taylor, but now watching it, especially knowing and loving Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf as much as I do, it's just like she's rehashing her Virginia Woolf role, but in the Flintstones universe, where she's just yelling and being abrasive, and it's so campy. And the things that they got her to do, I'm shocked at. Like they said, Elizabeth Taylor, let us tie you up and put you on the ground and you squirm around with your hands tied behind your back. And at whatever age she was at, she was like, okay. And she just did it. Like, it's amazing. My God. Yeah. Did anyone have a favorite Liz moment?
No, I just really love that she's in it.
Yeah. She was great all around.
And I also love how it's Joan Collins in the second movie, which just feels equally perfect.
Joan Collins is one of the best parts of the second movie.
Yeah. Well, you know,
in my opinion.
I think there's a lot to discuss about the first movie, but let's talk about the second movie, and then we can
do it
because we're here.
We can do some comparison.
Let's talk about Joan Collins. Let's start with her because I think it's a gem.
I actually took notes for this, but I left it somewhere, so I'll be right back.
Okay, go get the notes.
I love that he has notes for Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. It's great.
All the notes are just in my mind. There's something so perfect about Wilma's mom in one movie being Elizabeth Taylor and in a second movie being Joan Collins, because I feel like they're two sides of the same very flamboyant coin.
Yeah.
Perfect. And her costumes, Joan Collins' costumes in the second movie are worth the $5 I spent.
Which overall, I am really disappointed in the costumes in the second movie. Hers specifically are good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hers specifically are great.
Yeah.
Some of the costumes in the second movie are good, I would say. Others feel very careless. Like specifically the Showgirl outfits. That's the one that I noticed.
Yeah. So let's start with that one. There's two scenes specifically with costuming that I felt were just like, these don't look like Flintstones outfits. They don't even look like there's no caveman touch. There's no nothing. The Showgirl outfits, I was like, are those beads?
Yes.
Where did they get beads?
And they were
Are those sequins? Where did they get sequins? And they weren't like, it wasn't shells. It wasn't little shiny rocks. No. And then the other one was like Wilma, the bridal shower that Wilma was at.
Mhm.
All the dresses the women were wearing, like none of them looked caveman-y or anything. Like they were just pink dresses.
Yep. And to the showgirls' costume defense, a little bit, it threw me off and I didn't like it. But then I thought this feels like something that would happen in the cartoon. Like they would have some kind of anachronistic showgirl costume, I feel, if they were in Rock Vegas, but it would play so differently animated versus seeing it in real life.
Yeah, especially animated in the 60s.
Yeah.
Because it's not
In the
CGI
60s,
animation like Disney Junior is these days. It was like actual, it was hand drawn, and it was of a stylized way that they drew in that intrinsically lost a lot of detail. You weren't supposed to see a lot of detail.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Rock Vegas. Here we go.
Yep.
I want to know, opening statement, what was everyone's experience of watching this movie on the tail end of having watched the 94 masterpiece? Because it's one thing to just watch this movie in isolation, which I did for years and loved it because there are things I like about the movie. But watching it right after watching the other movie, for me, soured me in so many ways on Rock Vegas. So many ways. The first being the cast, which I always forgave. I always thought I was a Rock Vegas defender, which I still am in some capacity because I love Alan Cumming as the Great Gazoo. The Great Gazoo was always one of my favorite characters from the cartoon series. So having him given the live action approach, loved that. But this cast just isn't it. I do love Jane Krakowski as Betty. I think she's perfect. I love Jane. I don't mind Sally from Third Rock from the Sun getting to be in a movie because I like that actress. Is she a good Wilma? She's not a bad Wilma. She's there. And like
I have it written here. Krakowski as Betty is a highlight.
She is.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'm gonna have to full disagree.
What?
Jane Krakowski should never be a brunette ever again ever.
What?
It looks startling in a way that I don't care for. You know those women when they wear when they dye their hair a certain color, it looks like they're always wearing a wig, like a bad wig. Maybe that's just costuming's problem, but I don't like her as Betty. I think she's too thin in the face. I think that she is she gives mean girl energy too much to me in general to come off as like there's nothing warm about Jane Krakowski.
I'll be
like
honest.
At all. Like that's not you tell me find a warm, caring female like lead who seems slightly naive. That's not it. Give me 25 tries. I'm not reaching Jane Krakowski.
Not even Jane Krakowski at this point in her career?
No. Maybe especially.
I'll tell you what, I can't spot a wig for the life of me. That completely fooled me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I guess for the styling.
I know Matt's joking because he knows it's a wig, but like
actually,
you're not being. You're not.
Wig,
oh
dude.
my God, Vince! You would have been one of those guys in the club that would ask me when I wear my yarn hair how I got my hair to look like that.
I have been one of those guys in the past, and possibly continue to still be.
Oh my God!
That unfortunate soul to this day, but I took no. Come on, give me some credit here.
Oh my goodness!
I have more stuff written down.
Not only is it a wig, I'm pretty sure it's a hard front. I don't even know if this was a lace front wig in this movie. I have to go back and look, but that wig is distracting, and her eyeshadow. I'm like, it was so splotchy.
Did you see she was wearing nail polish? She had blue nail polish as well.
Oh no, I didn't. Her eye makeup was so splotchy. I'm like, I guess they just never knew we were gonna watch this in HD. I don't know. Like.
All right, so we're split on Jane. Out of the four of them, would you agree that Jane is the best, or who would be your pick for the strongest out of the four of them, Jeanette?
Oh God, they're all not right for their roles. The one that's the most right for the role, who, if you had asked me in the year 2000, like provided that I had already seen A Knight's Tale. I think maybe that came out the year after. But if you had asked me who should play Fred Flintstone and John Goodman was no longer an option, I would have picked this guy. I can't remember his name. It's something Carr, I think.
Addy.
Addy, okay.
Oh, Mark Addy. Yeah, look, Mark Addy. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? He was in season 1.
I didn't like Game of Thrones. I've seen 2 episodes.
He was the Fat King.
Yes, but I knew. So what I know him most for is, I didn't see Full Monty at that point. Full Monty, but A Knight's Tale. That's the thing I like really know him for. And I like, again, if I had seen that, I would tell you yes, that's a great choice for Fred Flintstone. However, I don't feel like he delivered. I feel like he was right to be picked, but I don't think he did it. I think Baldwin was right to be picked, but I don't think he did it. I think that casting director made good decisions. Those people seemed very right. For the Wilma and Betty, absolutely not. Kirsten Johnson's way too tall to be playing Betty or Wilma. Like, she looks in that outfit. I don't know.
Betty's
this is a real reach, but there was like a movie that it bordered on softcore, I think maybe. It was this movie about like Attack of the Something Foot Centerfold. And
Kristen Johnson?
No, but she looks exactly like the person in that movie because she looks like she's just like this towering Amazonian woman. The Wilma dress doesn't make her look like Wilma. It makes her look like an Amazonian. And I don't know.
I hear what you're saying because I was going to bring up the criticism that this entire film has the feel of an adult film parody.
Kind of.
Really?
That might have more to do with the fact that it's
low budget.
It's more to do, I think, with the fact that it's made in the year 2000. Because if you watch high quality corn of that time and low quality movies, they seem to meet.
Yeah, there's a massive Venn diagram overlap.
In a way that was not true of any other period except maybe the 70s. Like I think that is the most true of that time period. It's because the media sources were changing. So they had already progressed because they're always the first ones in the technology field to filming in whatever, and maybe that's why. But yeah, I would agree with you. The lighting, the coloring, everything. Very much so.
I can't unsee.
Another criticism I have it here. Mark Addy's accent bleeds through at times.
It
does.
That
was the roughest thing for me, and it was the accent paired with the voice, the attempt, I think, to recreate the cartoon
because
voice.
Sometimes it was a good attempt at recreating the cartoon voice, but John Goodman did it better in like making it his own.
Yeah, very much so.
Going for the cartoon voice that much, like just put a little bit of rasp in.
It's like the embodiment of, in this movie they're playing cartoon characters, and in the first movie they're playing humans in a cartoon world.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this movie lacked so much heart because it felt so superficial. All the acting felt so presentational and cartoony, especially Stephen Baldwin. I think he was my least favorite.
Again, like I feel like he visually reads Barney Rubble, but I felt like he played, if we were just to do a callback, I felt like he played Barney Rubble more like what's his face in Dumb and Dumber, the blonde. I can't remember, his name is escaping me right now. Jeff Daniels. Yes. Yeah. I feel like he plays Barney Rubble like Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber. In this, and Barney is not stupid. Yeah. He's just not. Well, Betty and Barney are the more naive of the two couples.
Yeah,
and they are more altruistic.
Yeah, Barney. And I would describe Barney as happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Yes. And Rick Moranis nailed that. And for some reason, Baldwin went the dumb route. Like, he literally plays him like a complete dummy. Like,
he is a dum-dum. They're both dumb-dum.
He's a dum-dum. But I will say, I have it written here, the bowling date was cute. And I liked the monkey that was resetting the pins. Even though that monkey wasn't like a prehistoric You know, there was nothing prehistoric about the monkey. That's just a modern monkey there, you know?
That was just the guy doing his job.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, this has nothing to do with anything, but I want to say that I loved the monkey couple adopting in the first movie. When
Oh, yeah.
Ralph gives the little chimp to like the.
Yeah, that was
Well, and that's another comedic John Goodman moment where he's playing it straight. He goes, "They would have been better with the monkey when they bring out Bam Bam," and he's playing it straight. But that's hilarious.
Well, my favorite Goodman
And a
moment in
very
that scene
Jackie
is
Gleason thing to say, like a very
Fred,
Jackie Gleason type joke.
Don't treat this like when you saw my sister's child. The kid had a tail. What was I supposed to do? Say I didn't see it?
Yeah.
But about the bowling scene, a thing I love about this movie, the baby Dino origin story is just adorable.
That's probably the best part, like story wise, because Jesus, the screenwriting on this movie. I mean, like, we're not asking much. It's a Flintstones movie. Find 2 episodes and squish them together. Like, it's not very hard to do. And yet somehow it's the dialogue too. It doesn't sound like the Flintstones. The way they're talking, unlike the first one, absolutely tried to make it sound like regular conversation, and it's not. They're cartoon characters.
Yeah.
And I think the first one is just, it holds up because it feels very timeless in the way that the cartoon series does. Like, it doesn't feel like you're watching something that's dated because it's from the 60s. It just feels like it still holds up. Whereas this feels so much like a movie that was made in the 2000s. Because it was, obviously. But now I think we're far enough away from the 2000s that we can identify those things. There was even a point where, like, a very modern song was just casually playing as
Yes. That bothered the crap out of me. Also, again, I know that, like, Fred and the Halle Berry character in the first one had, like, the sexual innuendo, whatever. But the joke with the Stephen Baldwin doing this on the woman and Betty seeing it in this one bothered me. I was like, this is a step too far for a family movie. This is into American Pie territory now. Which to your point of this feeling like a 2000. Yeah.
American Pie is even more tasteful than Viva Rock Vegas.
But it fits into that trope of early 2000s movies, like where just all of them had to have sexualized jokes in them. Like, it was just necessary.
Even outside of the scope of this, of like appropriateness for family movie or not, I just don't think it was well executed comedy. Like, even if it was an American Pie movie, like, it just wasn't funny and it wasn't done well, and it wasn't.
It was not.
Joke. Like, none of it worked. None of it worked. To kind of defend the movie, I think clever efforts are made. There are things about the movie that I like in theory, if not so much in practice. Like, I love having the Great Gazoo in a movie. I love Alan in that role, and I think that was a really smart move in terms of writing to differentiate this movie from the first movie, because Gazoo was just such a weird but like prevalent part of the cartoon series. So to have him and to also open the movie with him, I think is brilliant, and have him like go to observe human mating rituals, and the fact that this is a prequel about them getting together, I think like that's brilliant. Like, that's a great structure.
Can I say, I would have taken a Nutty Professor style where Alan Cumming is the Eddie Murphy of Flintstones for this film. I would rather him played 3/4 of the roles than what we got, because Alan Cumming would have probably made a better Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble.
We got to see him as Mick Jagged.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Another fabulously done character in all of this schlock mess.
I have another contribution from my notes here. You guys are going to hate me for this one, though. It says...
You hate Alan Cumming?
No, it says Marty Short is great as Gazoo.
How dare you?
I mean, if you're going to start mistake... Martin Short would actually, not at that point, just age-wise, but Martin Short, when he was of the appropriate age, would have played a wonderful Barney Rubble.
Yeah, I just didn't see Alan Cumming. And I know who Alan Cumming is. It's weird. I just assumed Marty Short.
Actually, I can see how you would think that was Martin Short. And now I can't
if you're just looking at their face made up in a paint.
Frost.
But, like I mean, there's worse people. Yeah, at least Alan Cumming is actually funny.
Yeah.
You know.
I kind of wish Alan Cumming played all the aliens in the first scene. I don't think he did.
No, that would have been funnier, though. You're right.
Well, like the others are fine, but one of my favorite jokes in this movie is when they're talking about how they reproduce and then they
Yes.
separate. It's like, it's a boy. That's funny. Like that's
Yeah.
like the movie starts off on a good comedic note, then it just goes downhill.
Yeah.
It just goes so far downhill. But another thing I do appreciate about this movie is I think it makes a good effort to show more of the Flintstones world and capacities that we didn't see in the first one. Like I like that we get to see a carnival in Bedrock, even if some of it's weird. I really love that we get to see like a Flintstones take on Las Vegas. I think the production design for Rock Vegas is beautiful. Like when they're going into the city and like just getting to see all very Vegas-y landmarks through a Stone Age lens. And like, I guess I'm biased because I just really love Las Vegas and I love Las Vegas movies. So visually, I find that fun. Although it did feel like this movie was stealing plot points from Vegas Vacation and not doing it as well.
Right.
Maybe they should have stole more plot points from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and this would have been a more interesting movie.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Barney and Fred drop acid in Viva Rock Vegas
and
and
convertible with their feet? That's they pick up Tobey Maguire. I have it written here. The movie's called Viva Rock Vegas. We don't get Rock Vegas until
the last 20 minutes. Yep. I had it paused like right when it was about to happen because I had to go do something. Literally like the last 20 minutes of the film because the credits are like 10 minutes. So yeah.
We get
like
no
the last 20 minutes
mention of it either.
No, we got a mention of Rock Vegas at the bridal shower, and it's like,
okay.
Half of Rock Vegas.
But no like inkling that they're going there until like randomly.
Yeah,
also, the way they I mean, again with the screenwriting, the way they handled the freaking storyline of how the villain gets into the.
Yeah.
He owns a casino, but he works at the casino, but he's in trouble for money, but he owns and runs a casino. Like so confused about why this man is involved at all. I don't know. I was not a fan of the villain or the villain storyline, and that actor in general has never wowed me in any particular way.
Has he done anything else? What else has he been?
He was Greg of Dharma and Greg.
Oh, really?
That's like the biggest thing. That's like his big claim to fame. That was a big show at the time. You know that, man.
I never watched it, but yeah, I remember seeing.
I didn't watch it either, but it was like as big as like Mad About You and all those freaking shows.
That's funny.
Mad About You. That's a classic.
It is funny. They went and got their actors from Third Rock from the Sun and Dharma and Greg. They were like, hey, you used to have a successful show in the 90s. It's 2000 now. Would you like to be in a Flintstones film?
Third Rock from the Sun was still on when she did this, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like it was like at the peak of Third Rock that. Yeah.
Oh, I've got one here. The donkey kangaroo dinosaur
was terrible
in every way.
Terrible. And this is what I mean. Let's look at CGI of this time period, right? You go back and look at Phantom Menace and how some of the CGI is okay, but for the most part, it is not great. Has not held up very well. And that was freaking George Lucas. All right. And then they did not have Spielberg on this movie. And this is the CGI on this film looks worse than the CGI in 1994.
Yep.
And like at this point, we've gone through Titanic. We've gone through, which they obviously didn't go with ILM again. Because at that point, ILM, like I just said, it's done Titanic. So it's like, not using those people. You're not using Pixar. You're not using Disney. You're not using it. No, I don't even know who did the animation on this. Sorry to whoever it is, but that was terrible. That looks like Disney Junior shows from like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
What I couldn't handle was how bad the keying was around the guy. Like not so much just the like bad dinosaur, but the bad green screen effect of the human.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's like the first major dinosaur you see in this movie as well. So it sets the tone for the whole.
And then the little bird that pops out later, the little like bit thing, horrible CGI, horrible voice actor. Was like, hey, we need to get somebody that doesn't sound like they're white to voice one of these. Let's just throw that in. We need somebody. We need like a down dinosaur. That was
Yeah.
freaking weird, really weird. And both of those scenes felt so shoehorned in.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of scenes felt shoehorned in here.
Yeah, I
But
think
the
I think
fact that
maybe
they would
there's
wait-
more
yeah,
shoehorn than shoe in this movie.
no kidding. No kidding. Yeah.
I did. I liked. I'm looking up. Harvey Korman came back for this movie. I liked
Yes.
him. Yeah. As the we
Yeah.
didn't even talk about the Dictabird in the first movie, who was also Harvey Korman. I love the Dictabird.
Yeah.
And also,
Oh, yeah,
I love
great
him as
character.
that. Just Harvey
Yeah.
Korman. He brings such good things.
He had the best
one
asides of all the appliances.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Colonel Slag Hoople. I mean, yeah, the Slag Hooples, like Colonel and Pearl. Apparently, that's Wilma's mom's name. Like,
Well, they're the two best. I think they're the two best actors in Viva Rock Vegas.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No argument there. Yeah. That's
When the 80-year-olds are beating you out for best actor on screen.
Yeah.
I think what I appreciated about them, though, I mean, like, granted, yes, they are such higher caliber than everything else in this movie, but I think the reason that they were just like the movie got them so right is because I think they were both hired on the merit of the work that they're known for and like the legacy, and they were just like, do the thing that you're really good at doing, but now in the Flintstones, and they did. Like, I've never seen Dynasty, but it felt like I was probably just watching Joan Collins.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, and she delivered, and there it was. I did like how we got Viva Rock Vegas, the song, because I enjoyed that. It's like one of my favorite Elvis songs. So
Yeah, I believe that was a big part of the promotional material.
it was. In fact,
Oh, I don't know if you know this, but the person who was the director of this movie wanted to make it a musical, and that idea was rejected, and that's why we get two musical numbers kind of like towards the end.
I would have loved that.
They wanted to make the whole thing a musical, a la the actual Elvis film, like Viva Las Vegas. So they rejected that, which is probably why you get scenes with rando jukebox drop, but then they did make this song for it. So like you get that. It's a big mixture of things, right? We get the stupid like needle drop moment, and then we get a song that's made specifically for it, and then we get musical numbers at the end.
That would have been so good. I would have loved, especially because Jane Krakowski's a musical theater goddess, and she was then as well.
Yeah, well,
and
I don't think it would have harmed the film.
No. Also,
Yeah.
I can absolutely see where the like there would have been a roller skating musical number at the restaurant, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we had Oh, I just wanted to point out, I saw a couple of good cameos in this film. You know, you had John Cho as the
Yes.
valet.
I did see that.
You know, from Harold and Kumar.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he
the
was the
valet that he was
valet.
like roughhousing.
Was that a cameo, or was that just he didn't have a career takeoff yet? And
He didn't have a career. It was uncredited.
As a cameo,
Or maybe
I guess.
credited, but like
He was a
you know.
nobody at the time.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You know what a real cameo was? You had Mickey from Seinfeld played one of the thugs that the guy owed money to. You know, the little guy. He was the little person. He was
right.
He was in Seinfeld. He played one of Kramer's friends. Anyway, that's all. I forget his name, but excellent actor.
According to Wikipedia, Kristen Stewart is ring toss girl in this movie.
Really?
Yes.
A young Kristen Stewart was also in Star Trek: The Next Generation around the same time.
Was she playing?
Oh
ring
wow.
toss?
Huh? She was
Was she
playing a
playing
little girl.
Was she playing ring toss though? That's the question.
Oh, that's a good question. She was risking being typecast as the ring toss girl.
No. I know.
Damn.
Well, she broke out of that. And did we notice the Rosie O'Donnell cameo in this movie?
Yes, the octopus voice.
No, I missed that.
Really? Yeah, she's like, you're stressed. I just found out
unforgettable.
what calamari means. It's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, this movie.
Anyway, I think that was my last note. After Mickey appeared, I was tired of taking notes for the film.
Yeah.
So that was like maybe 55 minutes in.
I've got to say, I remembered liking this film a hell of a lot more than I actually do.
It's
Yeah.
much
I
more
remembered.
consumable when you're like a kid, you know?
Mhm.
Well, see, that argument can't even be made because I was not a child in the
Oh.
year 2000. I was like
Okay.
13 or 14 years old.
Oh well, still,
So-
you're a you're a youth, and you're a youth.
Yeah, I had seen the finer things in life at this point. As we mentioned in 1994, Lion King happened. So, I mean, I should at least have been cultured to some degree.
At 13, 14, you find yourself torn between worlds, you know, and you go back and forth, and sometimes you gotta watch your Viva Rock Vegas. But now we're all adults, we know it's a bad movie. And
There's a
that's
reason
okay.
there was a reason I was able to compare it to Late Night Cinemax because
Yeah.
I think I had chose my world at that point. So I had moved on from the children's home, but I remember liking this movie. I watched it when it came out. I didn't see it in movie theaters. I saw it on DVD when it came out, and I'm pretty sure I rented it.
Oh, you didn't see it in. Oh, I made like it was an event movie for me. I was like more Flintstones and Vegas. I love Vegas.
Because I do not remember seeing it in theaters, but I do remember renting it from Blockbuster. So like I do, I know that I saw it soon after it came out. And I remember liking it. But unlike the Flintstones, the first movie, I had not watched it at all. From like maybe I watched it a few times back then, and then I had not watched it. And I think Vince was pretty much right. This is not a good movie.
And might I add, I just want to say the act of going to Blockbuster and renting this film was probably much more enjoyable than watching it. You know?
I'm sure if I had gotten to do
Looking
that prior
back-
to watching it this time, it might have helped a little bit.
a little. Yeah.
Blockbuster was the best.
Blockbuster.
Yes.
Mine had an N64 in it. I would play Pokemon.
Yes!
Snap.
Pokemon Snap! Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking about!
It was the best.
Oh my gosh!
A wave of nostalgia has descended on me.
Yes!
Uh,
Yeah, I
The
think
smell of like,
that I just never went to the video game section.
old
It was nice to have
popcorn.
an option.
yeah, I was
The
just going to say
popcorn.
this of old popcorn and unwashed carpet and plastic boxes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And like the snack aisle when you were in line, that was always a
Yes.
favorite. And I think
Yep.
like they had all these wonderful snack promotions, like rent 2 movies and you get a bag of microwave popcorn plus like a candy thing. Oh, so good.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
good.
That's
Unlike
how these movies should be enjoyed.
exactly.
Yeah.
One thing that like shocks me is that it's the same director for both of these movies. How did the same man make
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, you can obviously tell the influence and the input that Steven Spielberg must have had on the first one. The screenwriters cannot be the same. There's no way. Absolutely no way the screenwriters can be the same. Also, you had Kathleen Kennedy was involved in the first one too.
Yeah. I think let's see. What also shocks me is that the second movie had like double the budget of the first movie. The first movie's budget was 46 million. Viva Rock Vegas was 83 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is fraud, is what this is. Oh, a bunch
Yeah.
of people got so rich off this movie. That's what's going on here, dude.
That makes
Well,
It all
sense.
makes sense now.
And the first movie made so much money, and then this one, if I'm not mistaken, only made like 50
This
something
made
million.
59.5 million
Yep.
on 83
And on an
million.
$83 million budget.
Bank account,
First-
you're good to go.
First
The
one was like 49 million, and I think it made like 230 something million.
First one budget was 46 million and the box office was 341.6 million.
I must have been looking at national. That was probably like international.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's my God, you're right, Vince. It
Yeah.
wasn't the whole
A
movie.
pallet full of cash just disappeared from the set one day.
It's basically insurance. This is like insurance fraud. Somebody watched Goodfellas and went, "How do I do this, but with a movie?"
I'll say I was thinking the producers. Mel Brooks is the producers. Like
I was thinking
let's
that.
do something so bad that will lose all this money, and then we'll get all the investment money, and no one will notice.
Hmm.
There it is.
Hey, I have a question. Did we mention the ransom note? Like the prop of the ransom note?
No, let's do it. What do you have? to
Oh,
say
it was kind of cool. Like they made it look like it was like bits of rock cut out from magazines and like plastered onto the stone tablet.
Yeah,
I thought that was the best prop in the movie.
really. This is the
That's
first
all
movie,
I-
right?
yeah.
Yeah, the first movie. Of course it was.
Probably because it was one of the
No,
only
no, no,
practical
no.
ones.
Wasn't it the second movie?
No, the first movie had the ransom note when Bam Bam and Pebbles get kidnapped.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ransom note was fantastic, and I should have respected. I should have showed respect and just assumed it came from the first film.
Yeah,
because it's a good prop.
Yeah.
But in a movie,
Favorite prop in either film, then.
Actually, yeah, that is a fun question. Jeanette, what was your favorite prop of either film?
I really love, maybe because they look like the ones they sold at McDonald's as far as like the texture. I really do love the large martini glasses that Kyle MacLachlan drinks out of in the first one. Those are some of I would like to own some of those.
Oh, yeah. I would. Yeah, as would I. I'm not sure. What would my favorite prop be? I feel like I knew this when I was watching it. I just didn't make notes, which I really should have. I guess I'll just say the newspaper with the hilarious etching of the girl on the Flintstone car.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. And
you know
the cars. I loved the cars in this
was movie. There any mention of Fruity Pebbles in this film?
No.
Because I had my fair share of Fruity Pebbles growing up, just based on the commercials. I didn't know how bad they were. Eventually I moved on to Fruit Loops.
I mean, there was an opportunity there for like product placement in world. And I respect that. Oh, I did love how anytime there was an image of Fred or Barney in a newspaper, it was their cartoon selves.
Yes, I love that. They do it in the second film too, which was something I appreciated.
Yeah. Oh, I like the slot machines in the second movie. I think I enjoyed that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and not a prop. It was just a bad CGI dinosaur, but I liked the roller coaster. That just a bunch of dinosaurs like with long necks that are like cooperating so that like that was cute. That was cute.
Funny, but with terrifying implications.
Yes, of course. But
are these even union dinosaurs? That's what I want to know.
No, nothing in this. I'm convinced nothing in the second movie was touched by a union. So
I'm sure that was like a joke in the original series, a dinosaur looking at the cameras saying, I knew I should have joined the union.
Also justice for the original garbage disposal. He never got his happy ending in the first movie. Like they just replaced him for a newer model, and then he's just homeless. And he did out Fred, so I appreciated that. But
yeah, but he had friends now. When he was homeless, he had friends.
That's true. He retired. That was nice. Anyway. Well, there we are. I did have a game, except I don't think we can play it with only 3 people. So, yeah.
Can't you have the chat whip up a game for us? We burn through a few hundred liters of water to provide entertainment.
Oh, I thought you meant the chat, like the people watching.
Oh yeah.
Folks at home. Hey, folks at home, make a game for us. Come on, I'm talking to you, Kat.
Save the earth. Don't make us use AI.
Yeah.
Well, we could try the game that I have. We could try.
What's the game?
So it's the humming a song game. It's the humming a song game. But yeah. So it'll just be you humming for each other.
Cool. I mean, you don't think that's quality television? Is Vince and me trying to guess each other's melodic tune?
You're right. Okay, let's do it. So they're all TV show themes. They're not TV shows just from the 60s because that would have limited it too much. But I am going to put the title of a TV show on the screen. And if you are the hummer, you must hum that theme song. And then if the other person guesses it in an acceptable amount of time, someone will get a point. I don't know who.
What if I don't know the theme? Do I lose?
Yes. Actually, yeah, that's easier. I was going to say, if you don't know the theme song, you could try to charade out the title.
No, you lose a point.
But no, I think it's better if you lose a point. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we'll do this. So hold on, let me get my.
Oh no, I'm done, dude.
Probably. I know. I'm blanking. I'm like, I know all these songs, and I'm like, how? Sing them, Jeanette. How do you sing
them? All right. So we'll start with Vince. So Jeanette, please look away while I show Vince's TV show. Vince, please hum the tune to this.
I was hoping for this one.
We can look now and begin.
Okay. I feel like I lost the plot a bit here.
Sesame Street.
No.
No. Oh.
Do 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 do. Oh, it is just those notes. The whole theme.
It really is just that over.
I don't
and
know
over.
why I'm getting Sesame Street from this. No. What is it?
The Jetsons.
Oh, okay.
Meet
Okay.
the Jetsons.
No,
I see.
I lose
Yes.
a point.
I would have gone with a dun 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 more than a.
Okay, I'm doing
Yeah.
dun duns from now on.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Like Jetsons in my brain when I sing it is a dun dun dun. I don't know why.
All right, Jeanette, it's your turn. Vince, look away.
Okay. See, this is the one I literally thought of, and then I was like, "Do it,
Really?
Jeanette. What is it?"
Vince, you can look now. And go.
I literally am blanking. Like I can't figure out how it starts.
Sesame Street.
Hold on, no. Dun dun dun.
Simpsons.
Yes, there you go. I can't think of the actual Danny Elfman part. There we
worried
go.
that
Good.
you were
Okay.
gonna guess the Simpsons because I realized the Jetsons and the Simpsons.
It
start
goes
off
so
in the same
fast.
way,
So
yeah.
trying to think how to sing it is it's a very
Yeah.
fast-paced song. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Yeah,
It took me a while to get there. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Well, actually, no. New game. I'm just going to put the title on, and whoever hums the song first gets the point.
Boom! All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lightning round.
Here we go. Ready? Boom.
Oh.
There's horns.
Sometimes you gotta go where everybody
That's
knows
Cheers.
your name.
Oh
what
God! I
is
didn't
it?
watch the show enough.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. No, that's
Everywhere you look.
That's
A hand to hold on to. All right.
No,
Next.
I don't even
The
know.
Love Boat.
Did you just
I
make
know
that
there's
up,
that.
Vince?
What?
Did you just make that up, or do you know?
No,
it?
no. I know that's part of the song.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, kind of. It's close enough.
Yeah, it's more than I knew.
I
goes-
learned
literally
that from a
did-
parody.
Never watched that show.
What a shame. The Love Boat's a delight.
I bet it is.
Soon we'll be taking another run. And what's really fun with the Love Boat is that since the nature of the show is that it's about a bunch of people working on a cruise ship, is that every week they had different guest stars who were guests on the ship.
That I knew about it, and that's always made me interested in it.
Hey, was there a Hantavirus episode? No.
Not
or
yet.
poop
Topical.
cruise.
Not
Poop
yet.
cruise episode.
One day. All right. Next.
Oof.
Here's a story of a lovely lady.
Girl.
There's
Always
a bum.
like
Yeah.
their mother.
Yes.
It's the way we all became the Brady.
Bunch. The Brave. Oh, hey, if you would like to have your heart broken, twice this month, earlier this month, I referenced I Love Lucy, and I realized I failed as a parent because my daughter said, "What's that?" And then I was like, "How has this happened?" And then today I referenced the Brady Bunch, and she said, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh no!" And then I realized she doesn't have Nick at Night. I can't blame myself. There's no Nick at Night.
Well,
That's how I knew what. That's how I knew what those things were.
You have streaming though. Could have streamed.
I know. I knew I must have failed somewhere as a parent, and this has to be it.
You have to show her the Brady Bunch movies and all their campy glory.
I would prefer almost like how she heard a lot of songs for the first time through Weird Al. I'd almost prefer that she saw the Brady Bunch movie before the actual Brady.
That's how I did it.
Huh.
Is that not how you? Did you know the show before?
Oh no, that's how I plan on doing it.
Yeah.
I
Did you
watched
know the
the
show before the movie.
Yes, absolutely. My mother's like one of the biggest Brady Bunch fans ever. She's obsessed.
No, I saw the movies first and was just like, these are goofy and fun. Then I went to watch the series and thought, this is fun, but there's not this weird disconnect where they're like in a different time and place from everyone else. But okay, I'll go for it.
Okay, sorry,
I'm so excited
tangent.
to talk about the Brady Bunch movies. Like a big chunk of the reason I wanted to do this was because I realized recently that there's an actor I love that I've seen in so many things over the years, and I didn't recognize that it was all the same woman, and she's in the Brady Bunch movie.
Yeah.
And it's Alana Ume.
Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah.
Oh, who are you thinking of? Well, any of them really, but yeah, she's the lesbian friend in the first movie, and she's
Oh
the
my gosh.
TED TV series, and she voices the grandma in Coco, and I think she's my favorite actor right now. She's so good, but everyone in that movie is so good. All right,
Yes.
next.
Oh no, I
This is one of those ones that I know, and I don't know.
This one's super catchy. How is it not coming?
Nope, not gonna come to me.
Come on.
I just know there's like belly dancing sounds at the beginning, but then it cuts into like a regular song.
It goes like do 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 do.
I dream of Jeannie.
No, he's just gonna sing everything with this flair.
With the Love Boat theme. The G no. Do 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 do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's that very 60s like go-go.
Yeah.
And there are allegedly lyrics that like are just never sung, but they exist. It's something like Jeannie, fresh as a daisy, Jeannie, I'm going crazy, Jeannie, da 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 da. Yeah.
Huh.
Same with Bewitched. Bewitched has lyrics that no one ever hears. All right, next.
Da, 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 da. So, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da,
I like whatever this is. What about the words?
I don't gotta sing it. I'm doing the dot dot dots.
Well, the dot dot dots aren't correct, but I'm impressed because I feel like you almost note for note were singing like some of the transition.
I was doing a musical accompaniment. I was doing the bass line to the Friends theme.
Shall I give it a try?
Yeah.
I'll be there for you.
Yeah, I'll give it to Jeanette. When the rains, da 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 da. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty close.
I don't know what you were singing. It sounded like maybe like the background parts of Reading Rainbow or something.
No, it sounded like the transition music. Like when they're cutting like to the apartment and like, you just see the apartment and then you hear Vince going like do 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 do, and then Monica's like, Rachel, why did you do that? Yeah. Anyway, next.
Da 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 da.
Very good, very good. That goes net. Next.
Literally,
I think that's right.
Whatever he's doing sounds right. I don't know it.
Right. That was pretty right. Give me Seinfeld. Come on.
I have heard it before, but yeah, that sounded right. I thought it sounded right.
I confused this is embarrassing. I confused the actual Office theme song with the Office inspired theme song from WandaVision.
Okay.
Which is like maybe this is do 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 do. I think that's the WandaVision version. Anyway, I love WandaVision. I was gonna do WandaVision, and I thought that was too difficult. Next.
Da, 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 da. This is literally my lullaby music. I swear.
I love Lucy and she loves me. There is one episode where Desi as Ricky does sing the lyrics to I Love Lucy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think it's the episode where everyone's pretending they forgot her birthday. And then they have a giant party for her. And then she shows up and then Desi's like, I wrote you a song, Lucy. And then it's the theme song, but he sings the actual lyrics. And they're really sweet. They're nice.
I love it.
All right, next.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, my heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. That's season 1, and that's all I got. Don't make me do the poke rap.
There's a rap?
There's a rap for the season 1 credits.
What is it?
Oh, well, it goes through all 150 Pokemon. It taught me how to count, but I can't do it anymore.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like
I got points for that, right?
Yeah, you got points. I was hoping
I didn't even know Pokemon had a theme song. Like, I did not like that. I thought they just screamed at the end, Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Oh, it's a banger.
The season 1 theme goes so hard. And it's got the 1990 to 2005 anime is the best.
Anime scares me. I've never actually seen an episode of Pokemon. I just know I like the song.
Yeah, but Sailor Moon's in that category.
Sailor Moon terrifies me.
He doesn't like anime because it's not Disney-esque. It looks weird to him. Unnerving.
I like it because it's weird, but that's okay.
I'm happy for you.
Come on, give me Seinfeld, baby.
No, we only have 2 more. Here we go.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I've got some work to do. Also, you didn't specify which Scooby-Doo, so I assumed you meant Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have taken any Scooby-Doo song, really, but...
I don't know any of the other songs. I used to know the Scrappy-Doo song, but I can't remember it now.
Did everyone see the picture of the dog they cast as the new Scooby-Doo? It's adorable.
I did.
No.
It's very, very cute puppy.
It's a real puppy. It's a real Great Dane puppy. And it makes me sad that I had to read that it was an actual dog because I just assumed it was really good CGI because that's what we live in now. But it's a real puppy, and it's the first time Scooby's being played by a real dog.
That's how they should have done the live-action Lion King. Maybe they should have done it actually live-action.
Yeah.
That would have been impossible.
Can you imagine how many on-set injuries there would have been with that many lions and hyenas in one place?
I agree. And they should have caught a real mermaid for the Little Mermaid.
No, they should have made Haley Bailey wear or whatever it is that if that's how you pronounce her, wear an actual gone and gotten a fish scale suit.
Yeah. Fish suit. They should have put her in water and just made her know the word.
Given her gills.
Yeah. Look, if Sigourney Weaver can do it for Avatar, she could have done it for Little Mermaid. Okay.
Actually, there was talk of Coppola. Who's the lady Coppola that directs movies? Sophia, not for Disney, but Sophia was going to make a Little Mermaid movie, and it was going to be all underwater photography.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. I'm assuming it didn't happen, maybe entirely because that they realized that was just too labor intensive to be feasibly.
Yeah. Good luck finding actors that want to do that.
Right. Even though it would if you could make it work, it would be visually stunning, but it would be almost impossible to make that work.
Weird.
So yeah. Okay. Final.
Give me Gilmore Girls. Come on. Oh.
What?
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody
the kids show?
has a original point of view.
Arthur was always too quiet for me. I couldn't watch
what
it.
What a wonderful kind of day
where you can learn to
work and play and get along with each other. Hey,
you got to listen to your heart. Listen to
Oh, you got the other verse too.
Of the street.
A true fan.
Open up your ears, get together, and name things better.
I never got into the Arthur.
That's a shame.
It's a simple message,
and it
comes from the heart.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. That's the place to start.
So good. It's so nice. All right.
Very good. Very good.
We've lost the viewership by this point, I'm sure.
The cats are no longer interested.
This is the best part, okay?
Exactly. I will now ask ChatGPT to come up with the bonus question.
Perfect. Gilmore Girls.
Oh,
where are you?
John Oliver.
Oh,
that's a good theme song.
That is a good one.
Nola used to dance to that when she was a little baby in her diaper. She'd do her little butt shaking dance. It was
That's
cute.
a very danceable tune.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
We should put a ticker on the screen of how much water we're using. For
actually, no, I came up with a question all on my own.
Asking questions by the gallon.
All right, here we go. So first, I'm going to ask you both to wager how many points you'd like to wager. But again, I'm not going to tell you how many points you have. So you're
All right, I'll wager 3.
going to wager 3. Okay. Vince?
Let's say 4.
4. Okay. Here we go. Gonna make this super interesting. Oh, you should have something to write with for this. Have something to write.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So as we all know, Flintstones, based on the Honeymooners. Yeah. This is your bonus question. Please write down the names of the 4 central characters in the Honeymooners.
Oh, Jesus.
And for every name that you get, your wager will be added to your current score. So, like, if this question was for the Flintstones, if you wrote down, like, Fred and you wagered 4 points, you get 4 points added. But if you said Fred and Wilma, you get 8 points. So, yeah, please write down up to 4 of the lead character names from the Honeymooners.
What happens if we put an incorrect name? Does it just not count for anything? Or does it count against us?
Sure, it counts against you.
Oh, no.
Well, too late.
All right.
What happens if we just leave 2 of them blank?
That's not fair.
If you leave 2 blank, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't count again.
you're not going to lose points for no answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell what kind of student I was? Yeah, okay.
Well, throw Jeanette.
Yeah, well, this is about as far as I'm going to get anyway. Alice and Frank.
Okay. So incorrect answers, you will lose your wager. Correct answers, you will gain your wager. Okay.
So if I got anything right, I broke even.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no one else?
No.
Okay. I got Alice, and I got Fred Muntz, I got Al Bundy, and I got Ethel.
I think you went to many different television shows.
But I got Alice right?
Yeah, but that's 4 points up, and then
And she was an astronaut, right?
12 points minus
No,
4, 8, 12.
it's not looking good for me, is it?
Carry the 3.
Okay, wait. So 4, 8, 12, 60. So negative 12.
Could this be
negative 7 points?
the worst score in Teacup for One history?
I think you've done worse previously.
Oh,
I
that's a
think
high bar I've set, isn't
I
it?
think when we started doing blind wagering, we were in the negatives in the double digits. It might have been.
Yeah.
It's probably.
Jeanette, you have 6 points.
Be real.
Woot.
Yay.
So we were looking for the Honeymooners. We were looking for Ralph, Alice,
That's
Tracy,
the name.
and Ed.
I knew Ralph and I couldn't remember it.
Ed Norton, who's an actor.
Ed Norton, eh?
Yeah.
Who I could never picture being in the Honeymooners.
No, but there he was. And he's the original Ed. You know what? I bet Ed Norton was named after Ed Norton. That's my guess. He's the right age. He's probably the right age that his parents really loved the Honeymooners and thought, we want him to be an actor. Let's name him Ed Norton. Yeah.
I like that theory.
Yeah, that's how Anne Hathaway apparently was named, I think. Because it was like, well,
Not after the royalty, Anne Hathaway?
No, the
Hathaway?
Shakespeare's wife.
Yeah, Shakespeare's
Yeah,
wife.
or not royalty. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. At least
I mean,
I think she was intentionally named that because her mom's an actor. And so she was probably like, oh, well, I have a chance here to name my kid after Shakespeare's wife. Let's do it.
yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I saw an interview with Trey Parker recently of South Park and Book of Mormon, who said that he had a lifelong plan that if he had a son, he was going to name him Peter so that his kid's name would be Peter Parker. And he was going to accumulate and he was collecting for years all this Spider-Man memorabilia, and he was going to lock it into a room for his son to eventually find on his own so that he could then make the reveal that you are in fact Spider-Man. And that's why I named you Peter Parker. But Trey ended up having a daughter, so the plan didn't happen.
Oh, good. So he can't mentally traumatize a child.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a risky move.
It is, but it's I don't know. I feel like it's one of those little white lies that like is just fun, right? Just fun. Maybe no. Okay. Anyway,
I think so.
Flintstones. Woot. Yeah. Closing thoughts about the movie. Let's just do a quick go around, then we'll talk about what we're coming up to next week, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it will. I haven't seen next week's movie or TV show. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Flintstones. I love it. I love the original movie. I thought I loved the sequel, and it turns out that I don't. But the OG, the 94 classic with John Goodman, should be in the Smithsonian as a culturally relevant movie for all generations to view in the future. That's my bid. Yeah. Vince.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, listen. I loved Flintstones 1. Flintstones 2 leaves a lot to be desired. Not necessarily worth the price of admission, but we suffer so you don't have to, folks at home. You know, and if you want to give it a shot, you can, but just watch the first one. And then if you need more Flintstones content after that, watch the Christmas special. And then just go back. Go back in time, season by season. Start at the end, move back to season 1 if you're a true fan. Then if you finish the show, go back and watch the cigarette commercials. You know?
Yep.
And the Fruity Pebbles
I was gonna say the Fruity Pebbles commercials are banging. Those are good.
What's worse for you, the sugar in the Fruity Pebbles or everything else in the cigarettes?
Definitely
we'll never
the
know.
cigarettes. No, definitely the cigarettes.
Okay, don't listen to me, kids.
So definitely
the Matt.
Sugar's natural. Okay. I guess tobacco is too. Anyway.
Yeah, but
no, you have natural sugar cereal up there in Canada. We have high fructose corn syrup sugar down here.
Never mind. I take it back.
With all the dyes.
Jeanette, closing thoughts.
I will very much say similar to what you said. I really love the 94 one. It will hold up. It is a very good movie. I did not like the second one, and I thought that I did. But they are both good. If the first movie is Fruity Pebbles, the second movie is Flintstones Vitamins. So
Flintstones Vitamins are delicious.
Oh, I see. I didn't like the way they tasted. And my mom used to give me my vitamins right before I took my bath, and I would just dissolve them in my bath water. I would wet them and then put them in the soap. I would wet them and then put them in the soap dish and like dissolve them, so I didn't have to take them.
You see, I thought the Wilmas were okay, but the Freds and the Dinos weren't that great. But
I liked orange. If I got orange, I would eat it. Everybody else, no.
Were orange, yeah.
Yeah, I would eat orange. Any red, purple, whatever, no. Down the drain, literally.
Not the purple?
Nope. Which is funny because I like Dimetap. But anyway, yeah, that's my analogy. If the first one's Fruity Pebbles, the second one's Flintstone Vitamins.
Okay, well said. Well, next week we're back to talk about Get Smart, which was Vince's suggestion.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've never seen either, like you said, the show or the movie.
Never seen the show. I started to watch the movie a few years ago. I didn't finish it. Don't remember. Well, actually, I do remember why, but we don't have to talk about why. Yeah. So I'm excited to see the end.
Oh, this is gonna be fun because I've never seen it either. We're all going in blind.
Why did you?
Is this the shoe phone telephone show? Or television show? The shoe phone. Okay.
Yeah. So good. We're all going in blind. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just know it fits the theme. I didn't even suggest it. I said, hey, Get Smart fits the theme. Oh. Because I thought you had a lineup ready to go already.
I did,
but let the record show I accidentally suggested Viva Rock Vegas.
Yeah, like I said, I was trying to stand up for this movie, and it turns out it actually really sucks.
And that set into motion a chain of events that led us to where we are now.
I am glad we watched both.
Yes.
Yeah. Made me appreciate the first one even more. Yeah. But yeah, Get Smart. This should be fun. I'm going to, if I can, try to watch like an episode or two of the actual show for context, and we'll see. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Well, it's that time. Tell everyone who you are, where they can find you, and just anything else you want them to know. We'll start with Vince.
Oh, hey guys. How's it going? It's been too long. It's great to see you all. Hey, what are you doing? You know, whatever you're doing with your hair, it's working. Or is that? I'm talking to you, cats. You're licking your fur in the right direction these days. I'll be honest. Oh man. But yeah, my name's Vince. You can find me at Vinny Ridge Media on YouTube. Long-term hiatus there, but you know, I've got some good stuff on there. Check it out. If you're into the paranormal scene of Southern Ontario and beyond.
And who is it?
Or find me on Instagram at just Vinny Ridge. You'll figure it out. See you around.
Hi. Yeah, you can find me at TinkerJ787 on Instagram. I'm doing lots of different things. You know, I just what do I do? I don't know. I go to New York. I live in Maryland. I do things. I'll go back to theme parks. I'll be there. And then you can find me here. This is the other place you can find me next week.
Woot.
So yeah, I'll see you then.
See you then. And I'm Matt. This is my channel. Thank you for watching, everyone. Yeah, keep an eye on the channel for another one of these next week. Again, we are now on Mondays, which is super fun. Nice way to kick off the week. And also, it sets me up for fun weekend viewing for the movies. Apparently, I do theater reviews a lot now, which is tiring, but also fun. It's a good time. But I'm super excited because if you remember earlier this year, I did a long form video where I went backstage at Anne Juliet in Toronto and I got to interview some of the cast members. I think something like that might be happening again within the next week or two. And by think, I mean it is going to happen again, but with a very different show, one that I'm legitimately terrified to see. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for a deep dive into Paranormal Activity Live. I'm so scared. Join me for that. It'll be great. But yeah, my name's Matt, 2 degrees. Teacup for one, teacup out. How do you end this?